with the laughter.
Mm-hmm.
Every married need that to
Yeah,
survive.
yeah.
And if you're going through such a hurtful thing and you can laugh together, guys,
So
you're halfway there.
yeah.
And now for our featured presentation.
Hi everyone, welcome to another
Conversation with Elise.
Conversation with Elise. We want to say welcome to all our subscribers.
Yes, welcome.
Happy to have you on board. We are grateful, we are thankful that you've joined the family. And so we ask you now to remember to like, share, subscribe, and more importantly, share the video with others. All right? Get them to come on board and part of the family. You basically see the title, and we want to basically share our advice because Seymour and Chrissy are.
Yeah, they're working it out.
They're working it out. I was going to say they're back together, but we know that it takes time. But it was a good look, and we'll insert a clip so you can see what we saw. But it's a good look.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say to me?
Yeah,
What?
I want to say that I appreciate you. Yeah. Anything you want to say to me?
No. You have to work out. I'm giving you 2 months to see progress. But you're going to have to stop going to McDonald's. Leave McDonald's.
You are telling about
McDonald's fries, you buy McDonald's fries a day and you pick them.
I almost feel like they watched our video and took our advice.
Well, there's a lot
Will you
of
say
advice. Even if it's not so, I will say amen to that.
Yeah, so.
Because we speak it in the universe, so
Right, so.
it's positive, so it will happen.
Yeah, and the fact that we are seeing them both on camera now, because I mean, I think most of us who are supporters are, who watch the videos can tell that when she is at the front, somebody is holding the camera or the.
Sometimes it's not him, but you can really tell when it's him.
Yeah, I think you said one day you saw some.
Oh, a shadow.
Yeah, or you heard somebody.
Oh yeah, that was in the earlier stage, when we're all praying and hoping for things to work out. I remember one day the kids came home from school, like he brought home the
because
kids.
she's an ardent watcher. She watches them.
It's encouraging to see, you understand, because everything in life that is worthwhile, you have to work for it.
So you're saying the kids.
Yeah, so the kids, I saw the kids coming in and I said, oh, the father dropped them off, and it was good. That was in the first stages until after a time it started. Of course, he comes to pick up the kids and maybe carry them to their different sites, what do I call those things? Extracurricular activity. And yeah, it do take time, and I'm happy that it looks good and it feels real to see that it's stage by stage, step by step.
So we want to give our advice because we know that also the similar family. They did a live with Seymour and they had a conversation with him, and he asked questions, and one of the questions he asked was what does he need to do to rebuild the trust, and we knew that would be one of the questions he would want to ask, because I think one, him probably want to do the right thing and to make sure him build by the trust in good time. But we are going to give our 2 cents as to what I think that we know is going to be required of him. From a male standpoint, I'm going to give that. Michelle's going to give, from a female standpoint, what she thinks Chrissy needs to do. I'll go first. One of the things that I think Seymour has to do, or that you'll have to do, Seymour, you have to give it time. Don't rush it. The process of reconciliation is good. It requires time, it requires your patience. And as we said in the previous video, you're gonna have to start back at one. And what does that mean? It's like you're falling in love all over again, and it's not something that you rush. So you take your time, you just start to do the basic things. If rub her foot, if she wants to go for a walk, or if you want to go for a walk, ask her. If she say no, not a problem. You understand? Baby steps, as it relates to giving it time, because as I say, it's not going to be something you're going to rush. So you have to give it time. Another thing you're going to have to do, Samar, is that you're going to have to be patient with her. Be patient with her feelings. You may think that you are showing signs of repentance, and repentance means you're showing sign that you have turned away, and that you want to do the right thing again, and you want her to trust you and to love you again, but that again, might repeat myself a thousand times with this. That will take time. So you have to give her latitude, and you have to give her space and be patient with her, because her heart got the battering. So you have to be patient with her and allow her to come into the net, right? Come into the net, because if you force something into being, it may be that the scar or the healing, it may cover the scar, the covering may dead, but it must mean so the inside heal. And if it's not healed on the inside, it will come out back again. So you can.
Yeah, basically, I'm in agreement with all that you have mentioned. Time, patience, but those are some of the ingredients that in a situation like this it's going to take. And I will not repeat them because kind of have. But it's just like, for me, I think a woman wants what is pure, and she wants what is true. So some of the things that she's looking for, that things that were there, but that give her the confidence within her man, that have been broken down. So basically, she within herself also have to go through some things. So long suffering, meaning that the suffering that she felt in that time, she's still dealing with it daily. She's trying to place it. So first of all, she's collecting her thoughts. So long suffering, she don't need to be rushed to hurry up and understand and forgive me quickly, or even though you may think you're not saying, okay, forgive me quickly, but certain things that you may egg on and say may let her feel as if, okay, he's not genuine, because she's being hastened to get over something that pierced her. So long suffering is a must, and it's basically from both sides, because even though she's trying to show that part of forgiveness, she still have to deal with the struggle within the mind of to place everything in its right place in order to forgive. So even though she will say, yes, I'm working on forgiving you. Basically, I have forgiven you, but I need some time. That time is to gradually heal that hurt. You understand? So she may get up today and she's bubbly, she's happy, there is joy.
But
you understand? But it can be one word, it can be one look, it can be one phone call, it can be you took too long to return, it can be, and it's not that she's insecure, but it's that insecurity have also the trust upon her, because from the trust is broken down, you genuinely needed to be repaired and rebuilt. You understand? But just like the Bible says, love suffereth long, so that within itself will give her the time, as I mentioned, to go through that silent suffering. But she will put the best in front to welcome the healing. So I would say, Samar, don't be too discouraged if you find that today she may feel like she don't want to get up out of bed. You understand? It's just that maybe all that strength that she have put before, you understand, have took even more out of her. You understand, to get back her thoughts and to start afresh, like you said, start back at one. So a lot of that is going to happen. But nevertheless, you know, trust cannot be fake, cannot be forced. You understand? So patience, did you say patience? Yeah, I agree with patience as well. Because it's going to take patience from your part, the person who's the offender, and it's going to take patience also from the person who's a victim, because therefore she's going to have to be patient also with you, Samar, to change. Because you, as much as you wish you could snap your fingers and take it back and make it right, like nothing happened, it's gone. You understand? It's going to take time. So within that time, patience is needed. Patience is needed from her to understand that, okay, you may have gone somewhere and she's calling you and you may not be able to answer the phone the same time, and you understand. So she have to be patient and give you latitude and say, go to a better place, Chrissy, and say, okay, you know, it's just that he cannot answer. So she have to now force herself to think the best, to replace whatsoever the negative was.
Yeah.
So it do takes time. But you know, even the last video that you guys do, I read the comments and I see some people were coming in hard and saying, okay, he's being narcissistic. You understand, and all of those things, because you know there was a little, you know, there's and I mean, what people need to understand again, you're a couple that have always been real. So in spite of the fact that both of you are going through your situation, you understand the tire is going to rub against the road, because even though you can see that you guys really love each other, by the way,
Yeah,
because the fun, the play, but the thing is that now you can see that Tamar also now is facing one of the repercussion of insecurity, because I have done her this. He have now become insecure and say I cannot afford for her to do it back to me, even though I don't see any sign of her wanting to do that, because she's a decent person. But I truly can understand his insecurity also, because that also is a thing that has to be rebuilt.
Yeah.
So he comes off a particular way when he tried to make demands to suit his own insecurity by saying you cannot wear those outfits to go to exercise and whatnot and whatnot. While I may not be judgmental, and even though I do not agree with it, but I can empathize where those behaviors are coming from, because oh my God, I've done this to my world and I've shaken it. Oh my God, and it's a possibility, boy, that she may go do when me I go do, because you know deep down he maybe feel like, okay, can I really blame her, even though she don't have it in her to do it. So that's the war that he is fighting within himself. So it comes off forceful, even though you can see that he's trying to flip for straw and say put down the lines and whatnot. So it's a learning process. So I'm not going to be too judgmental and say, boy, Simar, you this and you that, look where you say, you forget what you do. But you can see that both are trying to, Chrissy within herself, the look that she gave in response, that it says 1,000 words. But out of respect of she trying also not to, you know, get back at him or hit back at him with all the things that she could have said, which nobody could have faltered. You see the restraint. And that's what it takes. It takes control. You understand? And I'm seeing those little things playing out. So, I mean, guys, don't be too hard on them either. And I'm saying don't be too hard on yourself, because it is a learning process.
And one other thing that also that I saw, I remember, and as Michelle mentioned about, you know, sometimes she'll be up and sometimes she'll be down. I remember in a video I saw where you suspected that she was having one of those down moments, and you went and you bought a bunch of roses and you went home and you made a steamed fish. Brilliant move.
Yeah.
Brilliant move. Because what you're doing, you're saying, listen, I understand, but I'm going to be here for the long haul. I'm here to do work. I'm here to do the repairs, right? Because the healing that she requires will require your contribution. It's going to require your input in it. And when you humble yourself, right? When you humble yourself, you can be able to deal with from the standpoint that I may create this. Is like Jesus Christ. God created us as human beings. We did what we want to do in making choices. But yet he still came and gave his life for us. Why? I created it, I gave it a choice of power. You do what you wanted to do. Nevertheless, here am I will come and save the day. Samar, you will have to be that sacrificial lamb, if you please, to say, you know what, my relationship with you means more to me than what happened, and I'm going to work my feet off to make it right with you. And when you say that, not only say it, but when you do the things that you just did, as I mentioned, you are sending the right messages, the right signals. Says no, it's not just what you say, it's what you do, it's how you react. And when you take into consideration that you're working towards rebuilding the breach and rebuilding the walls around your wife's heart, she recognizes your tenderness and your effort. She in turn will reciprocate and give you the time of day and give you the leverage and give you that space to express yourself. Like I saw you guys did this after dark conversation, and you guys were just playing around with bun and cheese and whatever. Even when you made a pun about bun and whatever, don't never go too deep into it. That's all good.
And it shows for me that that also shows that far and foremost, both of you guys are friends.
Yeah.
And that's what every relationship, every marriage needs. You have to be friends because the friendship within the marriage help you to take the first step in the act of kindness.
And reconciliation.
And in reconciliation. So you did ask, what, as to see Miller, what can I do? What you can do, love is kind. And you're practicing that, so you're on your way. You know, as Corner Mission Roses, that is the act of kindness. You prepare a meal. You understand? Whether or not she wanted to eat, but in the end she did. You understand? And in that video you also asked us, boy, I don't know how much of this, you know, it's taking a toll, but that's one of the price. You understand? The Bible also says love is humble. You understand? So all of these steps that may seem corny to people in a situation like that, like this, that's what it means, Tamar. You have to be humble, meaning that you may be the person that maybe where the marriage was, maybe you were lord over her with certain rules. My wife can't do this and my wife can't do that. Well, she have been proven her, you have to dress back from that. I know it's going to be uncomfortable because you feel like you're losing your grip and you're losing your control, but it is not necessary that you're losing your control.
You're actually gaining.
And you're actually showing her that, okay, I'm showing you how much you mean to me. I'm going to step out of, you know, my comfort zone to show you that, you know, I'm not trying to have a handle on you. This is about me trying to show you that I do love you. I do care about you. So go in a little more humble, say more. Instead of saying, you cannot wear this because those girls will wear that to seek attention. It may very well be so, but look into it. Your wife is not seeking attention. So if you can let go the reins a little and be humble about that. I'm not telling you basically I'm telling you not to be so forceful, because even though you may mean well, that is not being received at that moment. Because do you realize what she said to you? You are not in the position at this time to tell me that. So that's two things. She's saying to you, all right, you have moved out of your position somewhat of being that husband that is in the right to dictate to me as what to do or what not to do, because you have gone and you have break the covenant by doing the words equal to our relationship. That is true. But she chose her word respectfully.
Yeah, I saw the level of respect.
Yeah, she chose her word respectfully. And Semar, I'm not telling you to live a life, but we're here trying to help. So what we're saying to you, when you heard that, as the Bible says, love is humble, you ease back a little. She's not trying to take the power from you, but she's trying to let you know, look, I'm still hurt by this. Everything is not good. It's not restored to what you're supposed to do. So take your time. Mm-hmm. So that's your opportunity to say, all right, I understand what you're saying and what you're coming from. You understand? So, and furthermore, I trust that I trust that you know to do the right thing. You understand? Because you're not just like anybody else anyway. So you know how to do the right thing. And she would appreciate that a lot because she would make good say to you, are you there? What are you doing for husband? Are you this? But that is a sign that, okay, you are willing to make the adjustments to understand where she is, where she's coming from, and to forget about yourself a little because sacrifice have to come in this now. You understand?
Another thing you're gonna need to do too is give words of affirmation.
Beautiful.
When you see she's looking away, or for example, she put herself together, tell her how beautiful she look. Notwithstanding, I know that you guys are so good of friends that you can run a joke and thing, but I think you have to be selective when
Be
you do it.
sensitive.
Sensitive and selective when you do it. The sensitivity comes and then your selection comes after because you want to know. And the truth is, the fact that you guys are so good at friends, you can feel it when things are good and when you can, put a jab and make her run one joke, or when she need to know how beautiful she looks, or how much you love her. In fact, I remember in the video, the night video, she asked, "Is there anything you want?" You have to say to her, and you said to her that I really appreciate you, and you asked her, "So you have anything to say to me?" And you said no,
Right.
just chill.
Yeah, because
Well, not
I'm
this.
sorry.
All you require then is just to chill. Why? Because when you say I appreciate and she has nothing to say, it's not a problem.
Let's receive it.
Not a problem, right? But that was a brilliant move to say to her, "I appreciate you." So those words of affirmation are gonna be required of you to say to her and remind her. The other thing is too, if you know what she loves a lot, you don't have to wait till it's a special occasion, right? You just say to her. And I remember C-Miller saying to you about what oh God allowed this to happen. I want to also reiterate with that. There's a scripture that says what the enemy meant for evil. That it was Joseph who was his brother sold him into slavery, and he eventually became the king of Egypt, or the prime minister of Egypt, should say. And when he met his brothers thought he was going to kill him or send him into prison. And he said to him, "No, what you meant for evil, God meant it for good." What the enemy meant for evil in your situation, guys, is what God means for good. Because as Simila said, and I'm going to reiterate, that God exposed you to bring you out, to bring you up.
To grow.
And to grow. Because at the end of this, once you recognize that, I really made this a bad move, and your wife accepts your apology and you repented, your strength now is stronger because you recognize, I know what I have and I don't want to lose this. You understand me? So you will turn out better from this. In fact, I see you have your own channel now and so forth and so forth, Carter One Link, whatever the case is. You now can come out stronger and will come out stronger, not as an individual man, but also as a couple. Because what I know for a fact is that we as men, when we do our introspection and internal assessment, right, then our wives will see the reflection or the manifestation of such an introspection and reflection, right? You start assess your own self, and as Simila said again, you have to find yourself. And when you find yourself, you will find God in yourself, because God is going to show you how He meant it for good, and you can realize, hey, all right, God instituted marriage, and I want to do it His way. Then once you seek His face, He's going to give you direction. And I tell you, from as night follows day, if in your own quiet time you say, "Father God, I need your direction," you will get it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And the truth is, the other thing that just dropped into my mind is that love wanted not
Yeah.
itself.
It's not puffed up.
It's not puffed up. And in that video,
Oh, by the way, that scripture is taken from Corinthians, 2 Corinthians,
13.
1 Corinthians 13. So you can
Right?
read it.
You can read it. It vaunted not itself. It's not puffed up.
Come
So
on.
yeah. So love vaunted not itself. It's not puffed up. So I saw something wherein sometimes as human being we easily get caught up into it. Like when you told her you appreciate her, I think it could have been better received if you did not try to get a comeback from her. You understand? So you're not seeking your own. You're trying to replace, by giving her the affirmation, like Connor said. So don't try to get back something from it. That's not the time. Once you really mean what you're saying, you give it to her, you express it to her. Whether or not she answers, you leave it because, as Connor was saying, silence in those situations, it means she's thinking. You understand? And she's thinking whether or not to receive it according to how it's delivered. So remember, she also knows you. So if you're going to say to her, and then you ask her, you have anything to say to me, she can receive it that, okay, so you're trying to seek a reciprocal thing, why and where, so you didn't mean it then. So the reason why we're here bringing out these things is that these are simple things of the Bible that have been there for years. It haven't changed and it do works. So instead of emulate men, you understand, you can go to the word of God. And this is 1 Corinthians 13. There's a lot more things there that tells you how love should operate. And I honestly believe that if you don't know what to do, you turn to the word of God. You honestly pray for the understanding. He will direct you how to do it. Because, right, because as Cornel said in the beginning, it's going to take patience. It's going to take time and respect. You have to respect also if you're speaking to her about a particular topic that you may think that, okay, it's the right time to, because I think she had said something to you like she maybe wanted to talk about a topic, but I'm not convinced that she forgot. But you were trying to push to see if she wanted to talk about that particular thing. And you could see that she didn't want to because she said she forgets. And maybe she didn't want to put it on camera at that time to how it feels. So you have
that's
to.
what we're talking about sensitivity.
Yeah, you have to be sensitive. Because with a woman, men sometimes do say we're funny and complicated, and it may very well be true on a normal day. So just think about if something happened that caused all of that, equilibrium to be thrown out. Your work is harder.
Yeah.
And I do respect you, Semar, to seek and ask for help. You understand?
Yeah, that's a struggle genius. If I may, that's a struggle genius because what it shows is that you know that you alone can do this,
do it.
and there are other persons who probably would have gone through relationship issues, and you want to learn learn how they did things and so forth, and so you rap on people and ask them opinion and thoughts, and that was a brilliant move too.
Yes,
it shows
was.
your humility again. Another thing I wanted to raise to is this: when a lot of don't wait until she wants a hug to give her one. So touch, feel, and at the same time you have to know when to do it. Because it's still a tender situation.
Yeah.
But don't when sometimes she probably do something at the kitchen. You just go behind her and just hug her. No aggression, gentle as you can, and she will know that
she will
know that it'll come back. You understand what I say?
And
as I said to you, bro, patience, a lot of patience. And I'm not asking, I'm telling you, you guys will come back, or as we'll see you coming back.
But you have to follow the precepts. You have to follow, and don't overlook it that we're telling you about 1 Corinthians 13. Because the last thing I want to say before, I don't know, one is going to wrap up. And this for me, this is one of the main things that have mentioned about love in that same text, is that love is not proud. And being proud is one of the things that mash up relationship on any given day. Because we want to remember, say, who she talk to, or who him a talk to. And it has to, and this is for both of you. It don't only go for you, Semar, it goes for Chrissy. But you already can see that she's not acting proud because she's gonna get a lot of negative hits, and she's getting hits because people believe that she should be proud and deem herself higher than her marriage, not to take you back already. But you can see that she's a wise woman because she have put that card aside, and she's allowing you to come back in to work it out. So already you can see that she's really trying not to be proud. But even as a man, Mar, you're not a Christian, so this may pose a challenge for you, and you could see that look on your face, because even when
same God parents,
he is God fearing, but to the fact that she had enough because she see where the conversation was going to, and she decided to go to her bed. I think that is walking out the conversation, not the situation, not to cause certain thing to unfair. And you could see it on him also when he said, I'm going to edit the video now. But because he comes off proud to the viewers, because a lot of comments that was going were hitting at him for him a behave, so take it easy, because remember say you this and you do that. So if you look that way to the viewers, imagine how you may be perceived by your wife that is trying to deal with the situation. So try your best. You have to learn to put your pride aside, which you have in some way too, because you come and you try to cook. We know you're not the best chef, but you've been learning and you're willing. I don't view you as a man we buy roses. And the
steam fish you do was
off the chain. Look at the chain and the roses and whatever. So do more of those things. Because Chrissy struck me as a type of woman that want to be chaste. You understand? It seemed to me like she appreciates those stuff. You understand? And you know her long enough to know what she may really want at this time. So do more of those things and do it not in the way like being puffed up like she better like this and she better have an open mind. Let's just say the genuine, right? She may not like it, but let your genuineness speak and she will appreciate it.
So two last things I want to bring across. I saw it where in one of the lives that you guys did, somebody commented that they should put that Kissy should put some poison in the hold on, man, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Put some poison in the drink that he was having, in the mixer that she was doing. So she was laughing, she was like dying with laughter. And she took some of the thing, the punch, and gave it to him and him drink it.
What? Somebody said I should put some rat poison in. I don't have any. Somebody said I should put rat poison in this thing. Oh my God.
So that was again, I respect you, Chrissy, for that, because watch this now. You made light of the moment.
And that's the type of person.
Right, you made light of the moment. You made light. I yell a laugh and say, we have done thing for insects in this house, and you made light of it. No, that again shows that she's coming around, right? And when she's coming around, all you have to do is play the supporting role. The supporting role. Another thing I wanted to mention before we close is that, and I saw it that you did it too, when you would take the kids away and you would keep Olivia, that's the last baby, you would keep her a lot more, give her some space to unwind and to whatever. You understand what I said? And when you can, I think you financially probably can do it, surprise her with a spa day. Just those little things. You understand what I said? Just
and
do those
even the thing where you mentioned with the laughter, every married need that to survive. And if you're going through such a hurtful thing and you can laugh together, guys, you're halfway there. You find stuff to laugh through in a time like this, genuinely, that still affect your viewers. And that's where we see the love and the chemistry. So you are really halfway there. The other stuff that need to work off have to do with self. It's simple me, you still have love within your marriage. You have love, you have a lot. It's not the only thing that's needed, obviously. So guys,
this is our little 2 cents. We're happy that you know, we are seeing you both on camera.
Yeah, still praying for you guys.
And just to say to that, Chrissy, if you see him making effort, recognize it and appreciate it. Yeah, man. When you see him make effort, recognize that. You may not even you may not need to even say it to him, but you know what you need to do, just to show appreciation and the recognition that I see you trying, babes. I see you trying, and I got you, right? So yeah. In closing, we're just saying that you guys are way ahead of the ball game.
Yeah, ease up for the dictating, Seymour. Ease up for it. That can kill your efforts.
And what a lot of persons don't understand is that love is stronger than hate.
Yeah.
And once you both agree on the path going forward, nothing can stop you guys, right? And so that is all we could send to you. We hope what we say makes sense, and it will. And in fact, we know it makes sense. And if you just take the advice and just start doing the bits by bits, you guys will be great. You'll be great. All right. So until my next live, again, we are Cornel and Michelle from Conversation Release, and that is our little happy advice, because you guys are on screen together.
And our final say on the matter, because prayer changes things, and we're praying for you.
Praying for you. All right. Blessing. See you on the other side.